I just want to dip into what's happening there in Coimbatore, because you can see right now scores of people who've come together for that roadshow, and you can see many people there walking along with the convoy of the Prime Minister. He's travelling on an open jeep, waving to the crowds. There are people there who are running along with the vehicle, trying to stay with the Prime Minister, trying to catch a glimpse of him, many clicking pictures there. And as the sun sets, you can see that people are getting all the more excited there to catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister. These kind of rallies definitely is helping in kind of boosting the morale of ground level workers of the BJP. Will it translate to votes is still a big question mark. But we're just weeks away from really the elections in Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu goes to polls in the first phase of the 7 phases across the country. I want to bring in Shilpa Nair also to get you a sense of what's the mood on the ground. Shilpa, the mood clearly upbeat there. I can see scores of people on either side of the road waving to the Prime Minister. There are people running along with this convoy, trying to keep up with him as he waves to the crowds.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. In fact, a lot of excitement and festivities on ground here in Coimbatore. And this is also what the BJP wants. You know, ahead of the crucial election, you need your workers, you need your party workers to be charged up. You need to reach out to your supporters, your potential voters. And that is what is precisely the Prime Minister is focusing at this point in time. Look at the number of times the Prime Minister has come to Tamil Nadu, not just, ahead of the elections, even during the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. The Prime Minister chose to end his Anushtan by visiting temples and taking part in rituals that are part of the Tamil Nadu temples. He, of course, went to Srirangam temple in Trichy, the Rameshwaram Sri Ranganatha Swami temple in Ramanatha Swami temple in Rameshwaram as well, taking part in those rituals, and then, of course, making his political visits and also inaugurating various schemes and developmental works for Tamil Nadu. So that is what the Prime Minister's campaign has been about. On one side, he wants to display and he wants to list out the various works, various schemes that his government has given to Tamil Nadu. The second, of course, is to attack the DMK Congress alliance. He's taken them on various issues, especially issues of corruption, dynasty politics, etc. In fact, in the last public meeting that he attended in Kanyakumari, the Prime Minister said that, look, we are giving you schemes, whereas the DMK Congress government, when they were in power, they only gave you scams. So that is the kind of rhetoric, the kind of political narrative that the Prime Minister is trying to build, that even though the UPA was in power for several years, they did not do much for the state, but it is the BJP government that is looking after the interests of the Tamil people, also respecting their culture, their language, their traditions. The Prime Minister, of course, keeps pointing out how he installed the Sengol in the new Parliament building, which he says is a representation of the Tamil culture. He keeps talking about Tamil language, also expressing regret that he's not able to speak.
Shilpa, can I also request you to speak to some of the supporters out there to understand what they think and why they're there? What is their expectations from the BJP this time?
Well, yes, Akshita, in fact, there's a lot of sound here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me, but I'll still try and speak to some of them here. Anna, in the one team, Kovil, yaar cheyya poraanga? In the one team, Kovil, yaar cheyya poraanga? The name, Kandipa, BJP da. Annamalai contest panna poraanga inga? Kandipa, அவர் நின்னா ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கும். कौन जीतेगा यहाँ पे? BJP. அண்ணாமலை தான் ஜெயிக்கிறார். அண்ணாமலை. So clearly they're all saying that it is a BJP who's going to win here in Coimbatore, and they all want to see Annamalai emerging as the member of parliament, getting elected as the member of parliament from Coimbatore. And this is the sentiment that the BJP wants to build on at this point in time. They know that Coimbatore is a belt where they have a strong presence. There are several pro-Hindu groups in Coimbatore, so they believe that this is a place where they can, of course, build on, and that's the reason why they could even go for Annamalai as their face for Coimbatore, someone very prominent, someone who's been leading the party from forward, from the front, and the energy, the excitement, this of course comes as a good news for the BJP, but whether or no all of this support will translate into votes, and moreover, whether or no this translates into number of seats, that's going to be very, very interesting. watch out for. But for the BJP, the one thing that they're extremely confident about this time around is improving their vote share. They believe they have managed to make inroads in the state. They have managed to become an alternative to the Dravidian party. That is something that the BJP is extremely confident about. They say, anywhere between 15 to 20% or even more than that could be our vote share this time around. If indeed that happens, that's going to be huge as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. Whether or not they win 1 or 2 seats, that of course will be icing on the cake for the BJP. But if their vote share increases to that level, to a 20%, then the game is open for 2026 assembly elections, and that is precisely what the BJP wants. For them, Tamil Nadu is a long-term vision, not a short-term project that they're looking at. That's precisely the reason why time and again you can see the Prime Minister invoking Tamil poets, Tamil symbols, Tamil culture, and also trying to ensure that politically they, make inroads, they reach the grassroots level, and they try to strengthen their booth structure. All of that is being looked into simultaneously.
They'll take anything they get right now. You're right in saying that, they'll be counting on their vote share going up. If it translates to 1 or 2 seats, like you said, it's icing on the cake essentially, because the BJP is looking at this as in the long run. They're counting on doing better in the 2026 Assembly election. Prime Minister Modi knows that. He's using this election to kind of ensure that they create a ground for the BJP in the Assembly elections as well. So all of these campaigns may not necessarily translate to a Modi wave as you may expect in other states, but it could translate to a better vote share, and that's all the BJP wants right now.